Viewer discretion is advised. These Africans in Ghana have one hell of a nerve to ask for reparations. And you sold black people into slavery. You already got paid. I know for a fact that you people in Ghana have not forgotten that you sold black people into slavery. And you have the nerve to say that you want reparations? See, what Africans need to realize is, just like the Europeans owe for reparations, you Africans do too. You owe as well. You are going to pay one way or the other. Instead of Africans evolving mentally, they are devolving mentally. The biggest problem with Africans are they think because they are ignorant, everyone else is ignorant as well. Black Americans are not ignorant to the facts. Now here's a fact, you people in Ghana. Various kingdoms and groups in what is now modern-day Ghana were deeply involved in selling slaves during the transatlantic slave trade and through internal systems. While Ghana, as a unified nation, did not exist until 1957, the region, then known as the Gold Coast, was a major hub for the trade. Role of African kingdoms. Powerful empires like the Ashanti Kingdom and the Fante profited significantly by capturing people from neighboring ethnic groups during warfare and selling them to European traders in exchange for goods like guns, cloth, and alcohol. The coast of Ghana is home to over 30 surviving slave castles, such as Elima Castle and Cape Coast Castle, which served as dungeons where captives were held before being shipped across the Atlantic. Inland markets, like the Salaga slave market in northern Ghana, were central hubs where captives from the interior were auctioned and then marched to the coast. When I think about that saying, falling for the banana in the tailpipe, it reminds me of Africans. You people are terrible deal makers. I mean, the best thing you had in Africa was the gold, was the silver. It was black Americans. Fast forward to today. How has selling slaves profited Africa? It has not. You're still in the same position that you were 2,000 years ago. You're in the same position, maybe worse. And to the Africans claiming about they want reparations, you already got paid years ago. It's called double dipping. You're not going to get paid once and get paid twice. And please, stop calling black Americans African. We are not Africans. You won't sell your brother or neighbor into slavery. We are enemies, and we will always be enemies. Let's look at some of the enemies to black Americans. Madam Ifeanyi Tinubu, a powerful Nigerian aristocrat and merchant in Lagos, who subverted British anti-slavery treaties to secretly trade captives for guns with Portuguese and Brazilian merchants. She is the enemy. Here's another enemy to black Americans. Siriki Williams Abbas, a former slave who returned to Nigeria and became a dominant merchant in Badagry, operating the Brazilian Barracoon, where historical records show one umbrella could be exchanged for 40 lives and one mirror for 20 lives. You people are dumb and stupid. You are bad deal makers. And no, Please, stop calling me African, because we're not dumb. And people love to claim about Brazil have black folks. Let's see what this has to say. One of the most militarized states involved, Dahomey, captured neighbors and raised and exchanged them primarily for rifles, gunpowder, tobacco, and alcohol. During the reign of King Gizo, the Brazilian trader Francisco Felix de Sousa served as a key middleman. You know, these Pan-African Black Americans need to learn some history. They trying to reach out to everybody. Nobody's reaching out to us. And when you start digging into history, nobody liked us. Not even the Brazilians. The list just goes on and on. And the Africans have a hell of a nerve. You got your reparation. When you sold Black Americans into slavery, you got your reparations. We don't owe, the world does not owe you nothing. Well, the world owes you something. But what they owe you, I really don't think you won't. But the world does owe you something, and you're going to get it. I don't know why these Africans want to fix their mouths to say that we're the same. We are not the same. I can look at you and tell who you are, where you're from. First of all, you Africans got a funny shaped head, especially Nigerians and you damn Somalians. I can look and tell what part of Africa you're from. We are not the same. And you damn Africans, y'all ain't never a bunch of haters. I mean, how can you make a claim for reparations from America when you sold, supposedly, people into slavery? You got paid, man. The world don't owe you nothing. Y'all better be glad that I'm not the president, because sending you guys home on a plane, that would never happen. You're going back on a boat. That's what you would get from me, is a free boat ride back to Africa. The only real good thing about all of this is that you expose yourselves. I mean, some Black Americans already knew about you people, but for the ones that were blinded, they get to see it now. They get to see exactly who you people are. I mean, you are the most lyingest, scammingest people I've seen on earth. You people are. Remember the wheelchairs? Y'all shut that down because you all the scamming. Those umbrellas and mirrors that you sold slaves for, that's your reparations right there, man. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You know, the whole thing about this is the sympathy we used to have for Africans, we don't have it anymore. We don't have sympathy for Africans anymore. Now, we can't wait till you get sent back home. Matter of fact, we're going to throw a black party. It's going to be an African getting sent back to home party. That's what it's going to be. One thing I am happy about is that the UN saw through your scam and denied your request for reparations. I mean, all that gold and silver and all those mines y'all got in Africa, you want some money? You people are dumb. I mean, just think about it. In the next 20 years, you're going to have people running around Africa talking about, I'm Chinese African. I'm Russian African. You people are all mixed up. And those people that they leave behind, those kids, those are going to be the new rulers of Africa. And it won't be you. Odabo, Jack.